Uh-oh, now it's a giggle fit. Serious face, Mom. Hi, I'm Zoe. Welcome to my channel where I do stuff and make YouTube videos about it. This video is a part of my family recipes playlists where I get to make family recipes with my mom. So my mom moved to Canada when she was 22, but she's Canadian. And I grew up with a plethora of amazing, delicious foods, but there's no real recipes to them, and I want to make sure I capture everything, so I've been documenting all the wonderful recipes. But today, what are we making?
We are making baklava today. It's a dessert that a lot of people, they just love it.
Yeah, so baklava is kind of like a pastry type thing with some nuts. It's got like a syrup with hints of citrus. It is definitely the most requested item, I think, that you make. Whenever we go anywhere,
That's
it's baklava, baklava.
Yeah.
Would you say
my
this
signature?
Is signature?
The way I make it is my signature. I go, I put my own spin into it.
And I know that baklava does differ based on regions. Baklava is not necessarily a Greek thing. There's lots of cultures that have a baklava or baklava type dish. I know some use pistachios and some use honey.
I used to buy slivered almonds, and roast them before I put them in there. But I found that the walnuts have a little bit better texture.
Mm-hmm. Like, so you make something, do you base it based on what you're tasting or sort of the reception from the people who are eating it, i.e. Dad?
I think it was my taste because, especially for sweets, I have a palate for sweets. Whatever I like, and it seems like it's received well. All
my mungie cake and old country friends are all, the baklava, your baklava is the most requested item. That and your pita, which we'll do in another video. Yeah. Okay, let's get cracking.
Okay, let's do that. Great.
What do we need for ingredients?
Because baking is a precise...
more precise than cooking.
Cooking. We need the exact ingredients, which are written here. So we need...
Hold on. Kicked off the set.
Okay. We need three cups of crushed walnuts, half a cup of it's panko, it's like
breadcrumbs.
We need a little bit of sugar for the filling, but then we need more sugar, 4 cups of sugar for the syrup, lemon, an orange for the rind, cinnamon, 1.5 cup of butter. Definitely we need a package of phyllo pastry. Yeah, that's about it.
And then in terms of accoutrement and equipment?
We need definitely a nice big pan so we can arrange things because we are making baklava in individual pieces, not the classic traditional baklava in layers.
So the container would depend on the kind of baklava that you're making?
Definitely,
okay.
Yes. Then we need the what do you call that?
Mortar and pestle. What do you call it in Greek or Macedonian? It's all right. And when it comes to you later, you can just shout it out.
This is a very special one. It was my mom's. It's made out of halkoy, which is brass, I guess. Yeah. That's a traditional one. Today, you use the food processor, 2 seconds, it's all done.
And then I see some cutting pizza cutters.
Yeah, the pizza cutter is to cut the phyllo in half. Then we have the little brush for the butter. And this little grinder thing is to get some
zest.
We need aprons.
All right. You got some special aprons for us today.
We're gonna have a fashion of aprons.
Maybe we can make some too.
I thought of that as well. Yeah.
Great minds.
I know.
And then you get lemons, because we're using some lemons today.
Oh, that's what they are, lemons. Yeah. This is the recipe from my book that I have used so much that it's falling apart.
And it's in Greek, actually?
It's in Greek, yes.
Okay, so that's the ingredients.
Okay.
We're ready to make the filling.
Okay, before we start the filling, we need to start melting the butter. 1.5 cups.
That's so much butter. That's why it tastes so good.
I know. On slow now.
We're gonna put it on slow.
Low. Low is slow. So we need to crush the walnuts. The way traditionally we crush them. Put some in there. And then you crush.
You want them crushed like quite in small pieces, right?
Yeah. Small, but not
That's
like really
you don't
small. You want some, if you put it away for me.
Oh, you don't want it like dust.
That's right. So we need 3 cups of this. I already crushed.
I'm actually gonna get on the other side of you if that's okay.
Sure. 1, 2. I think that's about 3. Yeah, I wonder if I should crush some of it a little bit more.
I can do that for you. They're too big.
Yeah, a little bit.
I can see why a food processor might come in handy. Because I would imagine since we're rolling it, the size of the nuts is going to make an impact on when you roll it. Like if you have really chunky pieces, it's going to be harder to roll nice pieces.
That's right. And we need 1 cup, I believe, of this. Half cup. Okay, what else? Cinnamon. About what does it say here? It doesn't say. It says a little bit. Now, it doesn't call for orange rind. I found over time that this really gives it a good flavor. So what I do is like crisscross. Yeah. Can you smell? Crisscross so they're not like stringy too much.
Oh yeah, like a cross-cut shredder.
Yeah, and short strips, because if they're long, then you end up with long strips. You just want the flavor. It smells so nice. Oh. Can't smell on the video. It really makes a difference when you bite into it and you have that freshness of the orange. It makes you eat more than 1 piece. Okay, we need some sugar. That one is half a cup, quarter of a cup. Okay. So sometimes I also use half a cup of sesame seeds. Don't put them there because I don't want it to fall.
Safety first.
Nice.
Wait. What? You sometimes put sesame seeds?
Yes, half a cup of sesame seeds in the filling. We didn't have any.
I might have some
sesame seeds. There you go. Perfect. It becomes like tahini flavor.
Yeah.
And that flavor. And
so just mix it up.
You want to taste this?
Obviously.
It smells so good. Almost like baklava.
Damn. You just have that as a topping for anything, really.
Okay. Now, the pan. Or this way so we can both do it. Now we have the phyllo. Comes in a little package. Now the phyllo comes like in different thicknesses. I like the irresistible, the brand irresistible, because the quality is good and the thickness is perfect for this. When you do the traditional style, you might want a little thinner.
The other thing too is I wanted to mention, we had talked about this earlier, but everything should be kind of room temperature, right? Because normally phyllo you keep in the freezer.
It's in the freezer, but I took it out last night and I kept it in the fridge. So this morning I took it out of the fridge to get the room temperature. Okay. So I folded it in half just to see where the middle is, and then I cut.
Oh, okay. So the first layer
I folded in half so I can see the exact middle. Now what I do, this is the butter. So we'll put some butter on the pan. Every part of the pan has to be covered with butter. And slightly, not, Okay, now and 1 spoon on the side, 1 spoon on the side, and we fold. Nice and softly, you don't have to squeeze it. I learned that from you, Zoë. Don't squeeze it, you say. It gets more fluffy if you don't. So. And repeat. Now another way of folding it that might be preferable for some people, to go everywhere. Same amount of filling, but it's everywhere, it's not in one spot. I prefer it all in one spot. It's a matter of preference. Same thing. There's only one that's going to be without filling.
That's fine.
I'm going to show you.
Oh, like a little rose.
Okay, now we have to put some butter on top.
Of course, more butter.
I try to get the clarifying part on the top. I don't mix it.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. They will have enough. Okay.
And then
pop it in.
What do we put it in for? How many times? How long?
How long? Probably about 20 to 25 minutes. When I pull them out and check the bottom, they has a really nice color at the bottom. I want that color on the top as well. So another 5 minutes and we'll keep checking. 4 cups. I measure on top of the pot because if we have any spillage, it's inside. So that's 2. Whoops. See? 4. There we go. So. Can use this. Okay, I put it on high so you can get it started. Okay.
But you won't leave it there?
No,
like you don't want it
boiling?
No,
I don't want it to boil too much.
Right.
Because if we're going to boil it a lot in 10 minutes, there's nothing going to be left. It'll be too concentrated. And then it gets to be too sweet. I think it's time.
You can smell that it's ready, eh?
Yep.
Nice.
Perfect. See? Nice and golden.
Golden color.
Yeah. Okay, put it on top there.
Oh, I just want
Yeah.
to show it for the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, look at this. Look at that. The butter.
Oh, that's dripping. Okay, it's boiling. Is that bad?
Okay. No, it's good.
Is it ruined?
No, not yet.
No,
So 10 minutes. I don't always do it 10 minutes. I just look at it and see if it's ready.
Okay.
Do you want to do the this way?
Oh, no, the other way. I can do it.
Go ahead. I'm gonna throw that in.
Oh, okay. I like that. So touch of cinnamon, just to...
Sticks. Cinnamon sticks is the best.
But we didn't have any.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I never... Oh.
Just be careful. We'll blow on it first.
Oh my God. Oh my God. But I can taste it needs a little more thickening.
Yes, but the lemon gave it such a nice flavor. The lemon lightens the syrup enough that when you eat one piece, it doesn't make you like, ooh, I don't want any more.
It cuts the richness.
It cuts the richness of the sugar. A lot of people use honey, even though the flavor of honey is nice, but it makes it that much sweeter and heavier in the sweetness. When you finish one piece and you want more, that's a success.
Like we're letting this cool because you want to put hot syrup on cool things or cool syrup on hot things.
Right.
Never hot with hot or cold with cold.
Because it'll soften the filo. It takes the crunchiness away. It boils it.
Got it.
10 minutes?
5 more minutes left.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm letting you know. 5 minutes.
I know what you meant, but I don't think we need 5 more minutes. Yeah.
Let me try.
You can taste the lemon. It's just...
It has a more of the syrupy texture to
The
it.
texture is different. So I think I'm going to take it out of the heat
Okay.
because I don't want it thickening too much.
Yep.
And then we'll wait for these to cool down a little bit more. But we don't have to wait for this. This one doesn't. All right, what we
Just
do
take
with
a bite.
this? No.
Oh. Oh.
That's for poor people's baklava. If you don't have walnuts, you just do this. Try. Right? Sometimes I like it better than that.
Okay, so we're good with that so far?
Yeah, we're gonna wait a few more minutes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna need a ladle because I like to pour on each one. I don't want to just pour it in. Okay, I think they're ready. This is cooling down a little bit and that has cooled down quite a lot. So I think it's good enough. I do it individually because that way I make sure that everyone gets...
I can help with that. So is this your little trick for...
That's my little trick. What it does is, I noticed over the years I've tried this. See the shine that this one has?
Mm-hmm.
Then it gets it on top as well.
Still be gentle, right? You don't want to crack them.
Well, yeah. If you crack, then you crack.
Well, then those are ones you can't serve.
That's right. You have to
eat them.
It's absorbing a lot. Look at that. So now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to turn them right side up. See the shine on top?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can see now the difference with these.
Yeah.
And these. The look is nicer on these, but the taste, I don't know.
What is with this one?
These ones, remember, I put the filling all over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, this one, the filling, when you cut it, it's all in the middle. This one, it's everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, you just leave it like this for an hour or two. But if you want to try it, you can go ahead and try it right now. It's just not at its best. It hasn't soaked yet.
We'll wait for a bit.
Yeah. So,
all right.
here we are. Here's the baklava.
We're having it with Turkish coffee, Greek coffee. Basically, whoever's serving it to you is going to tell you it's their coffee, and water. You don't have to have the coffee with, but dessert, coffee kind of goes together. Of course, for civilized people, fork and knife, but
If you're in a restaurant eating it, you can go like that.
no way,
Or-
Jose.
Since we have these little papers,
Oh yeah, we can keep our
It's
fingers
easy.
clean.
yeah, it's not sticky.
See, we're still ladies.
Oh.
So, Mom,
Yes.
when would you traditionally serve? Is it an Easter thing, a Christmas thing, an anytime thing?
It's a wedding thing.
A wedding thing?
It's a wedding thing and a name day thing. Two things. Whoever had a name day, they knew it was coming up. This would be made in the traditional way, the layers, a week before it was supposed to be served. They didn't have electrical stoves. They would bake it in the stone ovens, really. That would make the bread, and once the bread was was done, the oven was cooler, so they would put the whole dish, which would be like a huge round dish, pan, in the oven and leave it there basically overnight, because it had to be cooked inside without it being baked too much on the outside.
That's quite an art.
It is. That's one of the reasons I don't do it that way. Because it has to be cooked inside. It has to be baked properly inside, through and through. And when you have layers this thick, it has to be cooked very, very slow.
Right.
And for a long, long time. So this is what they used to do.
Like slow and low.
Slow and low. The weddings, they would make a huge one. And when traditionally the groom would come to invite the bride to go to the church, all the relatives with the groom would come, and then there would be a big pan in the middle of the table, and the groom would have to go 2 forks and then just mix it all up. And then everybody ate.
What does that kind of signify?
I don't know. Maybe there is a reason, I just don't know. It's almost like giving control to the groom. You know, it's like a manly thing too, right? It's the patriarchal thing. So like
you're gonna
go ahead and make a mess.
You're gonna take all this time to make this perfect, lovely dessert, and I'm gonna come and mess it up, and then we're gonna party. Classic.
Basically, that's how it is. And the thing is that the phyllo was handmade. They couldn't buy it a long time ago. They do now.
Handmade phyllo?
Handmade this thing. Yeah. Can you imagine how many you have to make a baklava this thick?
One of the pieces of decor that's not new today, Mom, I put out Yaya's Anastasia. So Yaya is grandmother, Anastasia is Anastasia. So my mom's mom made a ton of stuff. She was incredibly skilled. Would see a pattern once with crochet and just make it from her own head. She embroidered this.
Yes. She
thing.
would grab a piece of material. If she had no use for it, she couldn't make a dress or anything, she would cut it into a tablecloth and make it this pretty. I can do these things too. I just don't take the time. There's no use anymore. I don't know. We don't use that stuff.
No, and I've inherited all these amazing other ones. Why would we make more?
All right. I have more at my place. Yeah.
Was she a baklava fan? Who was the sweet tooth in? Who had the palate for sweets?
My dad.
Was baklava his favorite sweet?
Oh, he ate
whatever.
anything sweet.
But I think today was another success.
Yes.
Yeah.
This turned out really good.
I'm super happy.
I like the shine that they have on top.
Yeah.
From turning them over. These are things that I discovered over the years. You know, with the lemon, the sesame seeds that we ended up putting in, the orange rind in it. I was adding to the recipe myself, just trying things. And this is why it's my signature kind of thing.
Yep. So I'm going to get myself a second one.
Okay.